I feel so blessed that um, that I was born into a home of believers, believers who love God and wanted their children to know all about Him from birth. So, um, from the time I was an infant, I was taught songs about Jesus and treated with the love that God would want any parent to show their child. So I feel very, very blessed that I had the opportunity to be born in a home like that. But even when you're born in a home like that, you still have to find your own faith. You still have to seek your own calling from Jesus. And your own faith journey will look different from those around you. And I can remember, um, knowing all of these things, but not necessarily having the connection to God until I was 5. And when I was 5, I actually recall a moment in time when I really had worship. Me, as a 5-year-old, had worship with God. And I remember having this major connection with Him. And it was in my yard. I was sitting in an old school chair, and I just looked up to heaven and just sung out and prayed. I cried a little. I laughed a little, and it started to get dark. So I know that there was time passing, but I didn't care. I was so engrossed in this time that I was experiencing with God. And that was amazing. And I have never forgotten it. But I didn't have another experience like that until I was 11. And it was actually just regular old Saturday. I was cleaning and doing my chores, and I was cleaning out my junk drawer, which hopefully I'm not the only one around who has a junk drawer. But I was cleaning that out and getting things organized in my room, and I ran across a poem, a simple poem that I probably had read before. I may have just stuffed it in my drawer. I don't know, but it was probably from like a youth event. I don't even know where it was from. But I just started reading it. And it was a poem about Jesus and how Jesus is our friend. And it was like I'd never heard that before. I'm sure I had. But it was like new news to me. And it was then, right then, that I felt my calling from Jesus, for me to be a friend of His, for me to allow Him to become my best friend, my refuge, my confidant, the one I go to for everything, the good stuff, the bad stuff, all of it. And when I listened to that calling, I became a Christian on my own faith journey. Not my parents, not my brothers, sisters, not my friends around me, but my own faith journey, my own calling that God sent to me. And oh my goodness, it's amazing. I entered this whole new world. I entered a world with another family, a totally unique family of individuals that have come together, and it's this beautiful collaboration. I envision it like at a table. We come together at this table from all different walks of life. Some people were not raised in a Christian home and had difficult lives and didn't have that same experience. But the beauty of this family is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where we were or where we came from. It's all like wiped clean, every bit of it. Even the good stuff I had in my life, it was like I started over. It was a different journey. It was my own journey with God. And it is so amazing. And if you have ever felt that tug on your heart and didn't listen to it, start listening, because that tug is your calling. That is a calling for you to come to Jesus, to make him your very best friend, and to come to this table. Be at this table with all of those who are believers and who want to love each other and who are on this faith journey. And it doesn't mean life is easy. It just means that we're working on this together, and we have each other, and we have Jesus as our focus, as our guide, as our confidant and our counselor. He fulfills all of those roles. And I am so thankful that I have been called.